Barcelona's camp woke today to cautiously optimistic news after goalkeeper Joan Garcia underwent arthroscopic surgery to repair a torn meniscus in his left knee. The club have described the procedure as clean and uncomplicated, and sources inside the medical team, led by surgeon Joan Carlsman Lau, reported that no collateral damage was found during the operation. That simple sentence, a no collateral damage, is the spark of a story that has suddenly flipped from an expected long-term absence to a headline-grabbing possibility. Garcia could realistically be in contention for the El Clasico at the Santiago Bernabéu on October 26. The animation of that idea is immediate and huge. A player who needed an operation is now being talked about as a potential participant in the season's biggest fixture, and that possibility forces every Barcelona decision-maker to reassess plans. To understand why this is startling, we have to step back and look at two facts. First, arthroscopic repair of a meniscus can follow a predictable recovery window, typically 4 to 6 weeks if the procedure is straightforward, which, in football terms, is a blink when measured against months-long injuries. Second, recent experiences have shown how optimism can be tempered by intraoperative findings, where a planned cleanup turned into a suture and scar tissue extended recovery into the region of 5 months, meaning what begins modestly can end up career-disturbing. Garcia's surgery, however, went according to the optimistic script. Club sources reported that the meniscus was repaired without the need for more invasive measures, and that immediate post-op assessment suggested a faster route back to training may be possible. That medical term, cautious celebration rather than alarm, is what feeds the idea of a 4-week return and, by extension, a Bernabéu cameo. Practically speaking, Garcia will miss Barcelona's next 5 fixtures, a congested run that includes Real Sociedad, Paris Saint-Germain, Sevilla, Girona and Olympiacos, meaning he won't be match-ready tomorrow, nor available for the immediate months ahead. But the calendar also aligns ominously in his favour. If the surgery's optimistic timetable holds, and the rehabilitation program runs without setbacks, the club's medical staff believe he could be fit in time to at least be considered for El Clasico selection on October 26. That equation shifts more than shirt numbers. It alters Xavi's tactical picture. A suddenly available goalkeeper changes how you approach selection, substitution plans, and psychological edge. For Barcelona, announcing the possibility of Garcia's return injects a new variable into training room conversations. Do you accelerate his recovery, manage minutes carefully, or protect long-term fitness over a one-match gain? For Real Madrid, the scenario forces the opposition to account for a man who had arrived to the Bernabéu with a narrative, a hero's comeback that can galvanize a team and its supporters. The competition for minutes between Garcia and the incumbent keeper becomes more than statistics. It becomes a storyline that can swing momentum. Yet optimism must be measured against medical reality. Rehabilitation is not simply a timetable. It's a process of regaining strength, neuromuscular control, and match sharpness. The risk of rushing a player back after knee surgery is real. Loss of confidence, re-injury, or simply the inability to withstand high-intensity matches. Barca's staff are therefore walking a tightrope, balancing the allure of a Clasico-ready Garcia against the responsibility to protect his long-term career. The presence of surgeon Joan Carlsman Lau and the club's medical endorsements will comfort fans, but the final decision will not be made in a press release. It will be made in the training ground small print, in fitness tests, controlled sessions, and the player's response to load.
Beyond the personal story, the wider implications reverberate through the title race and the club's short-term strategies. A fit Garcia could tighten Barcelona's goalkeeping options, influence tactical setups, and force Real Madrid to alter their attacking plans based on a different keeper's strengths and weaknesses. Whether that difference would decide a match is unknowable, but narratives matter in football. The belief that a team can win because a key player returned often changes outcomes as much as tactics do. For now, Barcelona fans must digest an intermediate truth. The surgery was a success and the club have a guardedly positive timeline. The dream of a Bernabéu return is alive, but it sits on a precarious bridge of rehabilitation, match fitness, and fixture pressure. Over the coming weeks, every scan, Every session and every medical bulletin will be scrutinized, because a player's return to fitness between an operation and the world's biggest stage is one of football's toughest compositions. And if Joan Garcia completes it, the Clasico narrative this October will be very different from the one most people expect today.